Today we'll be discussing about the two loops. One is the while loop and the do while loop. Okay, so while loop, it's nothing but where the statement which is said to be holding the while condition, it will be repeatedly, it will be said to be executing, like till the condition is said to be established, till the condition is said to be coming, till then that particular while loop will be executed. Okay, that is called as a while loop. Let's check what do you mean by the, like you can check out with the syntax of the while loop. The syntax of the while loop you can check out here. It's nothing but you have a while here. In that while you are said to be using the condition. Okay, in the while loop you are said to be using a condition there. In the while loop, the condition, what does it say? It's nothing but if I want to check one condition, if it is true, it will be printing that particular statements, otherwise it will not print the statement. So while any of the condition is there, that condition it will be accepted. After that it will check out for the statements. Okay, after printing that particular statement, once again the condition goes here. It will be checking for the condition whether it is true or false. If it is true, once again the statements it will be printed. Till the condition is said to be false, it will be printing the statement. That is said to be a while loop, and this is the syntax of that particular while loop. And you can check out for the even the flow chart. In the flow chart as it is given, with the while loop when it enters, when it starts, you check for the condition. If the condition is said to be true, it will be printing this statement. If the condition is said to be false, it will be coming out of the loop. That is said to be your while loop. Let's check one small example. When you consider, okay, using system, everything it will be there. After that you take a variable called as counter. In the example it is taken as a variable counter, and that counter in the while loop it is being used. In the while loop, if counter is less than 10, okay, while counter is less than 10, then it should be printing that particular counter. Okay, it will be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 times the loop runs. When 9 less than 10, okay, 9 it will print. But now once again the loop goes, when it becomes 10 less than 10, it will be coming out of the loop. So as the counter is being printed, it will be incremented here. Okay, incremented, it moves here, it checks for the condition, once again comes here, it prints the counter, and then it will be incrementing. Like that way, till the condition is being accepted and till it is said to be false, it will be executing that particular while loop. Okay, this is the condition of a while loop. So another example is that here also you can consider the while loop, where you take like here also you have a number. I take a number, any number I will be taking, and I will be accepting that particular number. Int number equals 1. In the initial stage it will be 1, and the sum is also 1. We are here also even calculating the sum also. So sum is initialized to 1. The number is set to be initialized to 1, and console write the sum 1. In the beginning it is said to be printing the sum as 1. So afterwards we come for a while loop. While loop, I accept a number. Okay, any number I take, number is less than 1. Okay, number is less than n, the number plus it will happen, and after that number increment, okay, it comes to 2. Okay, number becomes 2, and sum equals sum plus number. Sum is 1. 1 plus your number, it will be incremented to 2. So your number, it will be printed as what? It will be printing number as 2, and the sum, it's nothing but sum is equal to sum plus number. It's nothing but 1 plus 2, it will be 3. So sum, it will be printed 3. So once again it comes here, and it will be checking for the particular, in the initial period I may take n as 10. So till 10 it will be checking. Now once again the number becomes 2. So 2 less than your 5, whatever you take. So here comes the number, it will be incremented. It is nothing but the number becomes 3. Okay, here the number becomes 3 now, and your sum is what? Sum is nothing but 3. Sum also is 3. Okay, so 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and even sum is also 3. So sum plus number is nothing but 3 plus 3, it will become 6, and number has become 3 now, and sum becomes 6. Now once again the loop comes here, the number incremented by 1, so it will become 4 here. The number becomes what? It will become, the number becomes 4 here. okay, the number becomes 4 here, okay, at the end the number becomes 4. The sum is what? The sum was implemented, it was said to be 6, okay, sum equals, then 6 plus 4 is nothing but 10, but number is 4, so number printed is 4 and sum becomes 10. Like that the loop runs multiple times. It will be checking for the condition. The number is 4 now. Next I have taken 5. 5 less than 5, no, it will come out of the loop and it will print that particular value. Okay, so this is an example of the while loop, and next we move on to a loop called as do while loop. Okay, so what happens is, in here a simple same logic is being used as the while loop, but what is the condition happening here is, you can check out here the syntax is what you have a do. The statement in the beginning it will be printing all the statements, but the condition it will be checked later. Okay, first it prints the statements, then it will check for the condition. Okay, that is your do while loop. This is the syntax for the do while loop. Here if the condition is true, then once again it moves back and it will be printing all the statements which are there in the do loop. So first it will be printing, then checking. That is the difference between a while and do while loop. So here also in the flowchart you can check in the beginning whichever statements are there, those it will be accepted. Then what happens, it will be checking for the condition. If the condition is true, condition is true, then it goes here, the statement it will print, and once again it checks for the condition. If it is false, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so example you can consider here, a string is being considered. I take any of the string which is there, I'll be taking that particular string number. Okay, I'll be reading that particular string number. Okay, int n is equal to convert whichever variable it is there, it will be converting into a number type which is being accepted. Okay, whichever string I may be taking 1 2 3 4, so that it will be taken, and then it will be checking for the condition. In the beginning I'll be check for the factorial of that particular variable. Okay, it will be checking for the factorial of that particular variable. Factorial, what is the factorial? Is fact is equal to fact cross n. Okay, n I may take 5. Okay, so factorial it is initialized to 1, 1 into 5. Okay, 1 into 5 it will take 5, 5, then n will be decremented now. Okay, n it will be decremented, it will become 4. Okay, so 4 is greater than 0, yes, it is true, it goes back here. Before that the factorial is being printed here. Okay, before that the factorial value is being printed. In the initial period we took it as 5. Okay, so here what happened, it became fact is equal to fact cross n. So what happened, in the factorial you have 1 cross 5, it is nothing but 5. Okay, when it gets 5, here it will be decremented now. So 5 will become 4. So 4 is greater than 0, it is true. Then here it prints the factorial, it's nothing but 5. So once again it goes here. Now the number which is being taken here, it is said to be what? It is said to be 4 now. 4 it has become. So factorial is what? Factorial, it is nothing but 5 into 4 it will become. 5 into 4 it's nothing but 20. Okay, so once again it comes here, 4 becomes 3. Then it will become 3, once again it comes here, 5 into 4 into 3 it will take. 5 into 4 into 3, once again 3 becomes 2. 2 means what? Once again it goes, okay, 2 is greater than 0, it goes here, then 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. Okay, once again 2 decrements here, so it will become 1. So 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 it will happen, and it will be printing here all the elements, and the result it will be printed around 120 it will come. It will print the result, then comes here next condition it prints, it will be 1. So 1 will be printed. Consider factorial 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 1, then it will be, what will happen, 1 minus 1 it will become 0. 0 greater than 0, no. Now it will be coming out of the loop and it will print the factorial, and the result it will be printed. So this is how the condition is being checked. What happens is do it calculates the factorial, or it checks for the condition, like whatever it is there in the statements in the do loop, it will execute, it will then check for the condition. Comes out, it prints the statements and then check for the condition. That is a do while loop. So this is an example of a do while loop. You can write your own example. As I have given in the PDF, you have to write your own example. Okay, this is the things which you have learned, that is while and do while loop in this session. Okay, thank you.